happy weekend. I guess you guys are relaxing after a very tedious week, of course. Yeah, guys, in this video, we'll be telling you guys the latest Manchester United news, guys, and transfer news, basically, because, you know, you guys deserve it. Guys, I want to tell you guys this. We'll be talking a lot about potential signings. We'll tell you guys about our the opinion in regards to Amrabat. We will tell you guys also you have McTominay and Willy Kambwala who will be leaving, who have to leave, and who might be leaving. But you know, the situation here is a bit critical because Manchester United, is about time for us to start being very hard on our deals. We'll tell you guys also about how Manchester United is going to recoup back some of the money that we have done for buying very expensive players. What's the strategy? But yeah, guys, before we start, guys, I will be very grateful if you guys can click the like on the video. If we can have 100 likes in this video, that will be a record which will be dedicated to you guys, but not to me in personal, because yesterday I asked for 20 and we went over 20 likes. And thanks for all, and I would love you guys to subscribe. Thanks for all of you, by the way, who have subscribed, guys, because you know, you guys are the reason why you give that I keep doing this, because I know that somebody needs it, and I know that some of you, the forgotten fans, some of you who really want proper news, not propaganda, some of you who want a platform where you can express yourself, I think you guys are doing what you have to do. But guys, we have a poll here. We are asking you guys, please go to the poll. The question here is about Amrabat now. Should Amrabat be given a contract for Manchester United? So should Manchester United sign Amrabat? Should we take him on a permanent? This is very important for reasons why I want to tell you guys the reasons. Amrabat is a player that we can use in many. He's what I call the utility players in football. For those of you coming into football, it's called the utility players. And guys, I can see you 10 of you watching. Please make sure you click the like on the video. I'm not seeing the like, unfortunately, but just click the like on the video and get involved with the United way, because this is what we will do. I'm trying to look at my Twitter here. Yeah, but before we just move, let's go straight to the first story. The first story here is from Fabrizio Romano, which is very important. If you guys have seen, it's a year we go. That's why we wrote where we go. Willy Kambwala has left Manchester United. Willy Kambwala will not be a Manchester United player, and for many reasons, and because, you know, it's quite a very difficult one to take for Willy Kambwala leaving Manchester United. This is a player that we have formed, a Congolese. I mean, I keep using this. Some of you are angry. He is a Congolese, British, or Congolese, whatever, but he's from Congo. You know, he plays for Manchester United, but his origin from Congo. This is a guy who has shown a level of ambitions. This is a guy who believes in himself. And if you remember the game in which Willy Kambwala played against Liverpool, you can just see how he can cope in top games in his career. I think Willy Kambwala is one of those players that will come out to be our next Paul Pogba. What do I mean by this? I mean that it's a player which is driven by success. It's a player that can really do something if he's given that platform to express himself. That's why I think Willy Kambwala leaving Manchester United is a good thing for you and for me. So what is written here about Willy Kambwala? Let me explain to you guys here. It is written from I can see Fabrizio Romano talking about Willy Kambwala, saying Manchester United, Villarreal are closing in on a deal for Willy Kambwala from Manchester United. Understood, will be a permanent deal for a fee of around, you know, the fee there is set to be 10 million pounds or 10 million euros, not really sure, but we will update you guys as things go. So Willy Kambwala would be a Manchester United player. That was yesterday. So yeah, here is it. Yeah. So Villarreal closing on a deal with Willy Kambwala from Manchester United. Understood, it will be a permanent deal for a fee of 10 million euros, which is roughly 8 million pounds, for the 2004 born central back. The deal also includes a future buyback clause. This is what I love, the buyback clause. You must of Manchester United. Final details then, here we go soon. So it's confirmed. So he will be a player who will play for, who will leave Manchester United. Guys, click the like on the video, guys. I want to see 100 likes. I want to see if you guys can do it. Share it with our brothers and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for all of you subscribing, guys. Yesterday we had 20 more in this channel. Look, I want to show you guys this. You know, to be honest, right? we are doing, the reason why we're going on live is because we want to have an interactive community where most of you will drop your comments. What we do here, if it's your first time here, you have never been in our stream, is we use our first 25 minutes to express the news, and the last 5 minutes with, questions are jumping in. But if you have some questions and you want to support us with a super like or a super thanks, please feel free to do so. You will be the first. If you are the first, if you want to be the first person who has supported us on our live stream with a super like or a super thanks or a paid questions, then you will be the legend of today. But we have something in this channel we call the eagle eye, someone who sees something from a position of a manager, right? It's not always right, but it's almost right. Let's put it this way. Yeah. So let's come back with the news. Willy Kambwala, it's a player which I think United, we had to do it. You might be asking, Ralph, why should United sell such a prospect? The thing is that Willy Kambwala wasn't ready. He had 1 more year contract with Manchester United. He wasn't ready to sign an extension for reasons which I will do the same. Let's be honest, I will do the same. Because, if you're in a club where you see they're chasing Lenny Rowe, they have just signed, they're about to buy the elite. They still have players behind. You just want to go somewhere where you can be important. And this is all about football. When you're a player, boss, Kambwala project. So, I don't know what you mean, but welcome, Femi Rahim. Kambwala project. I don't really know what you mean by Kambwala project. But anyway, I see what I understood you're trying to say. Yeah, it's a difficult one, but let me just go on with this. Sorry, guys, please click the like on the video and share it. I think we can have 100 likes while we are live. We can do it. Yesterday we had 20, but we can have 100 likes now. And click the share button for all of you. Share it on Facebook, share it on all your social medias, share it on Twitter. And I will really want to see football fans here, and also people with the knowledge of football. We have 20 watching, and we can have 20 likes now. But it depends on how man you are or how female. We are. So Willy Kambwala actually is a player which I think he's technically good. He's young, he's strong, he can learn. We saw the minuses of him in terms of experience. The game against Bournemouth, you guys remember last season, where he was taken on toes, dribbled very easily and scored. But that's a youth. But I am really sure I can put my money on this guy that he will come out big. He will have a second-year contract. He will have another contract that would really express his know-how in terms of what he has gone through, in terms of his football talents. But we have a poll here, 80%. This poll is regarded to a player we haven't spoken yet on. Should Amrabat be given a permanent contract? 80% for now says yes. We have just 10 of you who have gone through it, but go. I want to get that poll. I want 100 people to, minimum 100 of you, but people should go on that poll. And yeah, so we wish Willy Kambwala good luck in his future contract and future career. The good thing in this contract is that United has a buyback clause. You know what a buyback clause means, so we can always go for the player. It's not a first refusal. When you have a buyback clause, you have total power of it over a player. Yeah, so I can get it. The project. Okay, you meant. So Femi Rahim meant that the Kambwala, the boss, where he said boss, actually I think he's referring to me, but my name is Ralph, it's easier. Kambwala project. I now understand what you mean. You meant by selling Kambwala, we put a buyback clause. That is just exactly what you read my mind, what I just said before you wrote this. So the buyback clause is something which is very important. I work with some managers in different areas. Not necessarily football, but in future you guys will know more. So when you have a buyback clause on a player, a youth player, it really makes sense. I love what the new team of the people in Manchester United are doing. Talking about a new team, Omar Berrada started his job yesterday. Omar Berrada. Yeah, so the dream team for Manchester United is in place. The dream team, guys, click subscribe to the channel. I want to see our subscription go up. If we can have at least 20 or more than 20 subscribers today, that would be fantastic. But start by liking the video, share the video. So all of you, I want us to get that 100 likes. It's so important, and it does help us a lot do this daily, every 10 a.m. It could be 9:30 a.m. in the morning, so we start before the other community starts, and you guys get the information But again, I keep saying we are here for us. We are building something together. If you want to be part of a system, of a community where you have an important role, because most of you will be controlling this channel in future, then subscribe. Yeah. Anyway, coming back with what the story, Omar Berada, our CEO, who we bought from Manchester City, obviously started working yesterday. I can bet my penny that Omar Berada was working behind the scenes, because this is a very good project. There is a reason why we have people like Van Nistelrooy, who came back to be an assistant manager while he had an opportunity to be a main manager for a club in League One. You know, this project is a project which many people are seeing it, because it has been, I mean, I read some articles on UK websites where they're talking about West European clubs respecting Manchester United. When have we heard that? That European clubs are now respecting Manchester United. Why? Not because of the money. We have always been a wealthy club, but I think mostly it's because of the way we have approached ourselves of late. I think Manchester United have presented themselves in a very professional manner, which we can see where the respect is coming from. We have about what we do on the transfer. What has changed, right? The question you, fan, are asking. So what has changed? You know, okay, yes, we have Ineos Group. What has changed with Manchester United? I can tell you guys in 1 second. Let me just give you guys what has changed. The thing that has changed with Manchester United is our approach. If you remember when we went for the lead, we remember when we had issues where, just remember the how do you call it, the Nigerian attacker who came for play for Manchester United, which we had to buy this guy at the last minute. The name just went out of my head. And give him some crazy salaries, because we could not make deals. But what United is doing now is that we are going to the club, asking them for players that we are interested. If they're interested to sell the players, when they say yes, you need the money, we go and discuss with the players. We return back to the club and try to tell the club what we think we can offer. Then we find common grounds and sign a deal. This is professionalism. We are not arrogant like the Spaniards. I will tell you, Real Madrid is arrogant. Real Madrid is so arrogant. One guy wrote me yesterday about this guy. This is Diego Armando Maradona. It was a gift from my wife, and yes, and I really that's the player. That's the player which really inspired me to go into football. That was like a very long time ago. But anyway, that was in the late 80s, I would say. Yeah. So Tunde Joy is in the house. Yeah, thanks, Femi Rahim. Yeah, that's Igalo. Igalo, that was the deal. Igalo. So we signed Igalo out of panic. We've done a lot of panic signing of recent. Honestly, we've done the Igalo panicking. We've done the Casemiro now, which is now on our throat. Panic. Buy, that was Casemiro. Yeah, whilst Casemiro was a very important signing, especially for that year that we really needed a CDM, which made a difference. Look, all of us, the reason why I like Manchester United fans is that most of you understand pretty well what we need. Most of you understand pretty well what we need. And it is very surprising that those people abroad, the previous regime, didn't understand that United needed a CDM. And when we got first Casemiro, we immediately saw that balance in a way we play. Even though last year I think he dropped very low down the pecking order. But anyway, let's go to the next story. The next story is Scott McTominay and Wan-Bissaka. It's been reported that Galatasaray, the Turkish giants, are ready to buy these two players for 25 million euros. Look, I mean, that's a joke. 25 million euros, that's a joke. Femi Rahim is saying that Mount 2 was a panic signing. No, I don't think it was a panic signing. I'll come back to that. Mount wasn't a panic signing. Mount, I know the right you're talking about this, because we could wait one more year and got him for free. Mount was a signing that Erik Ten Hag wanted, to be honest. He wanted the player. The player had an injury before coming to Manchester United, which limited him to playing Chelsea's last season. Mount has been the best player for the Premier League, for Chelsea for the last 2 years before coming to Manchester United. He's a good player. He just needs to adapt himself in the new system which we want to play. I don't think it was a panic signing. I really don't. The thing is that we saw it as an opportunity. And also, there is something that most of you fans might not understand. there are some rules in the Premier League in regards to clubs. You know, when you're a wealthy club like United or let me say City, the truth is you can easily I mean there are certain rules that you have to have local players. Every league, talking about leagues, you can talk about Azerbaijan league. I know some of you might not know where Azerbaijan is, but Azerbaijan league, Chinese league, the Italian league, there are rules to protect the home ground player. So when you have a player that wants to leave Chelsea in the name of Mount, that is an English player for 40 million pounds or so. Is that what we bought him? 40 something million pounds with all add-ons. You will go for the player. The thing is that I think the add-ons, they won't have it because Mount had very few games last season with the injury. So I think Mount wasn't a panic signing. So you've got what I was taking on my head out of. I was saying something here which was very important. It was about Scott McTominay. Tell me about Scott McTominay, guys. What do you think? Scott McTominay and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Scott McTominay and Aaron Wan-Bissaka being approached by Galatasaray for the sum of 25 million euros. That's 22 million pounds. 25 million euros for two top players. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is clearly one of the best defensive defender in Europe. Maybe Calafiori. We're talking about Calafiori these days. But I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka, defensive-wise, he's perfect. I don't have any issue with Aaron Wan-Bissaka staying in Manchester United. McTominay is a good, valuable player. I read this on The Sun, who says that Manchester United fan, The Sun is not a paper which you should really go for information, to be fair. But it said Manchester United fans are really disappointed in the offer of their player. So what do you expect? Man United fans fumes of the disrespect, double transfer bid by Aaron Wan-Bissaka and McTominay from Galatasaray. What do you expect? The Turkish team, I think their biggest signing they have had some years ago, it used to be, who was this player? Is it Danjuma? I've forgotten, but anyway, yeah, the biggest signing they have had, I think, was like 18 million per player. So the Galatasaray has firmly, the Turkey league has firmly kept themselves as a league that buys players, but they were like as a better version of the MSL or MLM, the major league MLS of the US, and also the Saudi Arabian league. So they try to buy players who are out of their contract. If you didn't know, guys, before we had all these Saudi Arabian leagues and all the Chinese league who came some years ago, the American league who has been for over 2 decades. The Turkish league and the Greece league used to be the leagues for players who are doing well in top leagues, and they go and pick up their form there and return back maybe to the big European league. So I think Galatasaray, they will not spend huge money. And I don't think McTominay will go to Galatasaray for even 20 million because he is a Scottish player, he's a British player, he wants to be relevant, and the best way for him to be relevant is to play in the Premier, to play in England. That's what that was just the point. So tell us what you think, please, below about McTominay and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And you have a man who is saying that that's Femi Rahim, who is saying about his replacement. He's talking about Mount's replacement was Fernandes. Well, I don't think it was a replacement. Nobody was replacing Fernandes here. It was, you could say, the concurrence, right? People were, he's the guy he was like had to challenge was that, but so that was it. So please share it. Oh, thank you. That's a Tunde Joy. Now someone is saying something. So guys, click the share button and share this on Twitter, share this on all your social medias. We can get in people here on the live stream here, new folks here. And guys, please subscribe to the channel. We want to hit 10,000 subscribers in the next 1 month. That's before the Premier League starts. And guess what? You guys can do it because you're more than that. Anyway, let's move forward with the news here. There is some good news also. United have signed a player who is in Manchester United, obviously. It is Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans has put pen to paper for another 1-year extension. Well, is this a good deal? I think yes. I think Johnny Evans is someone who, he's a born and bred player, the Irish player. player from Manchester United. He's been all his life. Yeah, not all his life. Obviously, he played for Leicester some years ago. He went out, I think, for what was this thing? Brandwich, or whatever. They were in the Premier League, yeah. So Johnny Evans, Johnny Evans, sorry, is a player who has the experience for Manchester United. He has showed some level of loyalty in regards to our club. We think, I think, I don't know about you guys, I shouldn't be a dictator here. I think that's a good deal. And drop your comments. I want to know your view about Johnny Evans. Last season, we bought Johnny Evans here into Manchester United just to be a player who will be there to fill the gap when there's an issue. But he turned out to play a lot of games. A lot of games. This is what I mean. Johnny Evans turned out to play really a lot of games, and that wasn't the deal. So Johnny Evans staying seems to be a very good news. Another news here in Manchester United is Toby Collier. Toby Collier, 20 years old, international. I'm sure you guys haven't heard about this name. So Toby Collier is considered like let me put it in a very simple manner. It's considered one of those players like the new Kobe Mourinho. When I say new Kobe Mourinho, guys, click the like on the video. 20 of you are watching. We can have 20 likes, but we want 100 likes. We start from 20. Please like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We are here every day, 9:30 or 10 a.m. Just click the bell so you join our stream. And also, we want your input because, you know, it's about you, not about us, not about me. It's about you, the fan. So I was talking about Toby Collier, which is a player which a name you have to get used to. It's a young player that plays as an English youth international. He is just 20 years old. I said he is a player which he began his career in Brentford. I think it's Brentford, right? So he is said to be the next Kobe Mourinho. What do I mean by this? He is said to be a player who Manchester United are really hoping he will progress next season. He can play as midfield, holding midfield. He can also play as defense. So this is what Ten Hag is trying to base his. He has put his bet on the player, that the player will be good. He is a well scouted player for Manchester United, and I am really sure that he will have enough time here to express himself in Manchester United. So we wish him good luck to the young name. And don't forget, the name is, I just told you, it's a youth player for Manchester United, and his name is Toby Collier. Toby Collier, you need to cram that name. When we were talking last season, but those of you who watched our videos here, because last season, at this time last season, I was in Spain and Portugal, so I did a lot of videos, spoke to you guys. I told you guys about Kobe Mourinho, that is a player which I am really hopeful for. And luckily, or fairly, he became Kobe Mourinho might become the man of the match of Europe finals. I think against Spain, let me say this, guys. Against Spain, the finals against Spain, the European Cup finals against Spain, Kobe Mourinho will be the man of the match. I can just put it clear. And I want to tell you why he will be a man of the match. He will be playing against a technical team. He won't be playing against a physical team, and he is highly technical. Kobe Mourinho, for those of you who have watched it, I am really sure. I don't want to jinx it in terms of results. I don't know who is going to win. I think it is slightly in favor of Spain, because Spain will dominate the game. Dominate the game technically, and they will always have that chance to score those goals, but it will depend on the strategy which the manager of England will want to go. So I don't know. I mean, this is not a Manchester United thing, but I just want to say it because, you know, our club United is based in England, and we don't have to pretend that we watch these games and they really matter to us, because we have representative there. But anyway, I digress. Let's come back to Manchester United. So talking about Manchester United, Jadon Sancho. Tell us about Jadon Sancho. Let me go back to the poll. Have we had 100 people in the poll? Only 16, but anyway, still 81% want us to give Amrabat a new contract. Before we go to Jadon Sancho, let me come back to Amrabat. Look, there is a reason why I think Amrabat should stay at Manchester United. We need to give him that contract. Why? Not because I like him, not because he is part of our project here on the United Way TV, but because Amrabat is what we call utility players. Back in the days, these are players who were so difficult. They were like having a center forward. It was so difficult to obtain such players, utility players, players which An utility player in football is a player that can play more than two positions, because as a professional footballer you have to play more, you have to be able to play more than two positions. Harry Maguire is a central back, but he can play like a right back if he's in, I mean, in a critical situation. You can see players like Garnacho can play both left and right. But I mean, you have Marcus Rashford who can play left and right in the attack wing. If you cannot play more than two positions, if you cannot play two positions minimum in your professional career, you are not a professional footballer. You are not. You have to, yes, you can be good at one of the positions, but you have to be able to be at that flexibility. It's called tenacity, flexibility. If you don't have those qualities, then you just can't have a career, except you are a 9 who is a centre forward who scores goals like hell. You will not be able to cope with the competitions, because this is how football is. So Amrabat came to Manchester United. He did something which very few players will do. He came to United play as a holding defender. He came and we had a problem with our left back, and he went and played the left back. The first game, everybody, you know, the British crowd, those the match goers, wow, he was that fantastic. Then what happened? The second, third game, they said, oh, from Amrabat, he's not that good. Maybe he's not that good. And you know the accent. He's not that good. He's not a fantastic player. He's just, I mean, he's alone. We can't keep him in Manchester United. You know the way, I mean, no matter how you look at things, right? Match goer fans do influence opinion, because, you know, normally they have, they watch the game, obviously. First-hand information is called first-hand information when you go to games. And yeah, I'm not trying to belittle you watching it from home, for wherever you are, but Masgo fans do have information, do have slightly credibility in terms of what they see, and in the emotional part of the game. Let me put it in this way. So Amrabat, he didn't do a good service for himself, because staying in Manchester United meant, I mean, and being in Manchester United, trying to be flexible meant he could easily be found out, you know, from what he's doing. So I think Amrabat is the cause of his I put the virtual opinion. How do I put it? Virtual opinion, right? Manchester United. He is the downfall of his virtual opinion, the virtual opinion of fans. Remember the last 3, 4, 5 games when he played as a central back, as a holding midfielder? Amrabat was good physically against Liverpool, against Arsenal, the finals. I'll tell you guys this, the finals, if Amrabat wasn't playing the finals, we would have had serious problems. If you're honest, you agree with me. The physicality against City, in a team that is a ball-playing football team, Amrabat was just fantastic. If you cannot see that, then guys, unsubscribe, go and be watching volleyball. If you cannot see that Amrabat was this good in our finals, then I don't know what game you're watching. I just don't know. So I think Amrabat should stay, because he's a player that he is clearly the kind of player that Manchester United needs in terms of his flexibility. We had a player back in the days called John O'Shea. We had Darry Fletcher. These were not super ballers, but these were players that could give, say, Alex Ferguson that depth in squad when he needed it. These are players that every manager will want. And guess you guys, I won't tell you this, you guys were happy. I don't know how long you've been supporting Manchester United, but if you're a newbie with Manchester United, I know that these pre-seasons will flatter you. You see players come, we have in football what we say, we call them you know, well, back in the days as a kid, we called them chewing gum card. I don't know about you. Tell me when in 1980, in the late 80s, there was something like, the internet wasn't there. We had this. There was this like World Cup when you have we had this issue which where there was this like chewing gum with players like 1986, this guy here, Diego Maradona, he had a lot of them. You have to peel it out. It was something like this. Let's put it like this, right? The first page was chewing gum, and this was a picture. You could just peel it out, eat the chewing gum, and you see Maradona, you see people like Enzo Sufo. Most of these names, most of you might not know, because I think the new generation, the TikTok fans, what I call the new generation, have a different view when it comes to football. That's why I say you should subscribe. Why? Because you can learn to know the history also of the game with us from time to time. And guys, I used to do watch along. Maybe I might start doing it sometime in the future, but I don't know. But we need to build something in order to be doing this, because we need to build our community. What do I mean by this? We need to build for me, it's not the numbers, but the quality. You see people coming in like Femi, Joy. You have Tonde Joy. You have we have also Prince Ojo. There are a lot of them. We need to build a community. I don't care where you're from. And if this project was more about making money, then I don't need to do it. These people, you guys drop comments. I mean, you don't pay for free. I mean, so for me, it's more about meeting people who love the game, who speak from the heart, who are honest, and you know. So yeah, let's go to the next story. We talked about Toby Collier, Johnny Evans, and yes, Jadon Sancho. Sancho is back in training. Sancho is back in training with Manchester United. There have been these rumors that Sancho has reconciled with Eric Ten Hag. I think that's not the case. I think guys, please click the like on the video. Please don't destroy the stream. Please, if you can like the videos or dislike the video, it's the same. Then yeah, you can just walk out from the stream. I don't want you to destroy the stream. It's preferable to have 10 people with 10 likes who are liking the video, because it does help us and it does help you, because you might be noticed in future when we are live on a video on a theme or on a topic which is of your interest. So liking the video really helps. I think this is a two-way string. It's like you take two to tango, right? I think the consumer part of YouTube, you guys don't have enough knowledge how it works in this system. When you jump to any platform, if you can't like it, you're destroying it. So I'm happy for those of you leaving. It's more fair than staying on the platform and then you're not watching it. You're not liking or reacting with the content. Anyway, coming back with the stories here is, look, I'm one of those people who hate pretenders. So I just can't cope with such people. Either we do something or we don't do it. That's my motto. Okay, so we're talking about Jadon Sancho. Sancho is back in Manchester United. Jadon Sancho back on Manchester United. Training again. We have seen pictures offline. Guys, look at our community section here on the channel. We do update you guys on some pictures, our latest pictures that we get online, and we share it with you guys. You can see the players really in positive mood. And United, we have a game on Monday. And guys, I want to tell you guys this. We do what we do. The program generally in this channel, when the league starts, when the games, we do pre-match review, we do preview of all games. We do you breaking news if we can. If we can't, we will react on the news. We do you match reactions. Every game Manchester United play, come here and we will have a match reaction. We'll talk with you guys. We'll want to hear from you. We might be doing fan camps in future if we have the right people who want to join the project. That's questioning fans on the pitch after games. That will develop slowly. I mean, it took you some time to be where you are today. I mean, you watching this video. So if you can't understand that the process is steps you must be climbing, you just want to enter in a society, in a community which is already settled, then you will have a hard time in future. You have to learn how to build things in your own way. So we are patient with that. So please, we would love you guys to join us, because we think that you are valuable stakeholders in what we are doing. Let's continue with Jadon Sancho. So Jadon Sancho training with Manchester United has brought some, I mean, most people are talking about, oh, Jadon Sancho is back with United. And I don't know, what do you guys think about Jadon Sancho back in training? I really want to hear from you. I wish I didn't have, I wish we had some able people who could express themselves in the stream today. And even if you are watching on a pre-recorded, right? You are not live. I really love to hear what you think about Jadon Sancho, because training with Manchester United. Yeah. So Toby is from Nigeria. What Toby do you mean? I don't understand. Toby Collier. Toby Collier. No, how can he be from Nigeria? Maybe you're talking about somebody else. Anyway, Jadon Sancho training with Manchester United. Tonde Joy, I don't know who you're talking about. Who is the Toby who is from Nigeria? You mean Kobe Mwenu? Or Kobe is a Ghanaian, I think. Anyway, so yeah, it's coming back to the topic. Before we were interrupted by the comments here below. Sorry about that. It's that Jadon Sancho training with Manchester United, is that a good news? Well, should United allow a player who who was stand against the manager, a player which were giving him a chance in the club to be training with, to play next season. I just think that my position, let me just tell you guys my position. I think Jadon Sancho playing for Manchester United or training with Manchester United now is no big deal. He will not play the first friendly games. I think he will go with the second one. The thing is that there is something in football which is called, how do I put it? There is something in football which is very important. And when you talk about football management, when you're a manager of football, you are your power and your actions, should I use the word actions, but when you're a manager of football, there are many things you need to take into consideration. Okay, Mustafa is in the house. We have, and I clear Mustafa Sakrojo, and this is a Turkish guy, Mustafa. Yeah. Salam alaikum, Mustafa. Mustafa said to McTominay, Galatasaray. Wow. So Mustafa, I think if you can give us 40 million euros minimum, we will consider, Manchester will consider giving you McTominay, because McTominay for us is an important player, maybe not for Manchester United, but McTominay is an important player in the Premier League. He is one of the leading players in the Scottish League, and I'm sorry, no matter as far we like Galatasaray, we are fans of your club, but we cannot give you this guy for 15 million euros. That's like 12 million pounds. Except you want to take him for a loan on that money, because it's ridiculous. This is an established player, Mustafa. So tell your guys to be more serious in these deals. But coming back with McTominay, with Jadon Sancho. Sancho is a player that I just think is a vanity player. But Sancho cannot be successful in Manchester United 100%. I mean, there is no way back. I think if the more he stays, he will prove he's not good enough. That's my view for today. It might change tomorrow, but I think Sancho isn't the player that we think he is. I'm sorry to be brutally honest, but that's what I think, because I don't see how Sancho comes to Manchester United and be a pillar of the team. We have seen the way he plays. He's that kind of individual player. He is not very quick. He is he plays for himself a lot, and we are trying to build a team. That's what I'm trying to say. And he plays for himself a lot. So I think that is that's a clear no. I think if what United is trying to do is to hold on to his value, because as a manager, for us to sell a player, we need to value the player. If we start keeping Sancho away from the first team, it means we don't value him, and we'll sell him for a very low sum. So I think it's a smart thing that Erik ten Hag and the United board are doing. If a club comes to Manchester Manchester United, bring the money that we want, give an acceptable fee, we will give him. Look, last year we gave him to Borussia Dortmund, Sancho. Sancho ends at 300. I think we have been reported 300. So we were paying half of his salary, and he qualified the club Dortmund he helped the club Dortmund to play the final of the Champions League. Dortmund made all this money, and it doesn't work this way. Juventus wanted to take Sancho, but what happened? Juventus, the Turin, also came out and said, we will take Sancho, but we want Manchester to pay 50% of the salary. Look, everybody's taking Manchester for a ride, which is wrong. I think the present board are doing turning down. The present board are doing the right thing, turning down all these contracts. Yeah. So yeah. We have Tonde saying that left back. Yeah, we talked about Guterres for leg back, which Girondin are asking. Girondin are asking about that. Obviously, that. Yeah, that's Girondin are asking 40 million euros for Guterres, which I think it won't happen. Left back, we do have Luke Shaw, but we still. I mean, I've got some reports that Malacia isn't still that fit. We didn't see him in training of recent, which is wrong. which is a bit strange, and we really do. Guys, please help us. We see 20 of you watching. Please click the like on the video, subscribe to the channel. We are here 10 every day, 10 a.m. every day UK time, and we do match reaction, previews, breaking news. We give you a platform, and guess what? We do something that very few community does. We read your comments. You don't need to pay us. So if you have a question, drop them below. Femi Rahim says Sancho training Manchester United is not a good news. Okay, here we go. So we have somebody who is standing firm. That's Femi Rahim. And guess what, Femi? I'm with you on this one. Sancho training for Manchester United is not good, but it's a smart thing from the Manchester United board. This is what I was trying to say. But you know what? Femi comes and destroy me, and I won't vote for your last comment. Femi says Scott McTominay is an important player for Manchester United. It depends the angle where you're coming from, Femi. Because look, if you look at the way Scott McTominay plays, his goals have been very helpful for Manchester United. Let's be honest. He has been very helpful, Scott McTominay. But he has his limits. McTominay does really have his limits. And United, we want to play a ball possession team. Sometimes you ask yourself, have you noticed that we notice McTominay only when he scores? When he doesn't score, he is just like, we have an invisible man in the pitch. So I don't agree. Eric Juma, who has said, is that Rashford leaving? Or who is Rasmus or Rashford? Eric, please, you guys should type well so I should get the questions right. Guys, click the like on the video. Eric, we have seen the news, so someone new coming in. Eric Juma. Can you guys like the video? We want to hit 100 likes. I think it is not impossible because, you know, the human... please click the like on the video. We want to hit 100 likes. I think we can. So let's see where we are. We are on 12. So we are just, you know, we are just 88 likes to, to hit where we are. So we have Joy... Legend Tunde Joy. Sancho needs to get a pay cut if he wants to be playing for United again. For Sancho to get a pay cut, we have to renegotiate his contract. So if Sancho has 3 more years for Manchester United, we have to give him 1 more year. 1 more year, and he takes a pay cut, you see. But I think he will not. Okay, Eric Juma, understand. So I think you're talking about Marcus Rashford. Is Marcus Rashford leaving? Look, before the year ended, right? The Ineos group came out and said, we will sell all players, excluding, they came out with 3 players. I think 4 players. Rasmus Hojlund, Kobe Mainoo, and Alexander Garnacho. I think those were the 3 players. Yeah, those were the 3 players, if I'm not mistaken. Someone should help me. So, believe me, if PSG in France come out and say, we have 70 million pounds, with some add-ons for Marcus Rashford, he will be holding the shirt in Paris. 100%. I think United will sell. But for PSG or Paris Saint-Germain, the Club de France, for them to come out and say that they want, for them to buy Marcus Rashford, it will be a background organization. It will be a background organization, which means one of the deals, the best way for them to get Marcus Rashford would be to come behind and make a deal with United, a very close deal, and United will go to the market, search for an attacker who will play for Manchester United, and immediately accept PSG's deal. So it won't just be like that, because if PSG comes and buy Marcus Rashford for 100 million euros, for example, United will buy the replace of Marcus Rashford, who will be, I can say, 5 or 10 times lesser impact for Manchester United for basically all that money. So it won't be a good deal. It's just something similar like with Bruno Fernandes, as I say. So I keep Eric Juma. You understand where I'm coming from. So guys, I think we have talked about. I don't want to talk about Zeski, because we did that yesterday. Delete. I think Delete's deal will be next week. And there is a player I want to talk about, is Ugarte, Mario Ugarte. I think you guys haven't spoken about that. Guys, please click the like on the video. I'm seeing you guys there. We still have 20 of you watching. We have already 12 likes. If we're live, if we can have 100 likes, you guys are legends. So Manuel Ugarte is the Uruguayan midfielder who plays for Paris Saint-Germain. I think I said that the early part of this video. Ugarte They are playing the third position today in the Copa America. So what is going on is Mario Ogate is United wants to buy Ogate. Yeah, United wants to buy Ogate, and I think Paris wants to sell. Paris wants a region of 50 million euros. United already in for a 30. I think, yes, that's where the negotiations is from all the informations I have here. Ready for 30, and there will be a common ground here with Manchester United. United will need to. My take is that United will buy the player for 35 million pounds, which is 38 million euros. I think he has spent a season or so for PSG. Very good player. Ugarte, energetic holding midfielder, and we will give you guys developments. I think Fabrizio also will come out with something with this, but I think Manuel Ugarte will is moving closely to Manchester United. Someone who will leave this year will be Pelestri. Pelestri has shown interest. He doesn't want to, because look, he doesn't want to sign an extension contract. Look, what happens is when you have youth players, when they start refusing signing contract, you have to sell them because they can leave for free. This is what Pogba did to Manchester United back in the days. United doesn't want to repeat it. Football now is clearly a business. If you're not ready to accept that, then I think the game is not for you. You will not be profitable. So Femi Rahim has come in and said, you know what, Super Scott is a super sub. I agree. Everybody will agree. But again, Femi, Scott is a clear profit. You know what clear profit means in football? Let me just explain to you clear profit. In the Premier League, when you bring up a player from the youth setup, right? When you bring up a player from the youth setup, let me say Femi Juma was a player from Premier. No, let me just say Femi. He's not the one who wrote this. Let's say Femi Rahim was in our youth setup, and he's just 22 years or 23 years, and he spent 5 years in our youth setup. We brought him up, and we have spent so far maybe close to £300 in all, bringing you up as Femi, and you have played some matches with Manchester United, and now you are at the level of Scott McTominay. With Scott McTominay's situation, I think we haven't spent more than £5 million for Scott McTominay. That's 100% for all the time he has spent with United. And a club comes and say, you know what, we want to buy Scott McTominay for £30 million, right? When United calculates what they spent to McTominay, they have made a profit from McTominay, 25 million. That 25 million, it is clear profit, super clear profit. So hope you know that, Fahim Rahim. What does it mean to sign Evans? That's on Juma. It means that United will have. It means a lot. It means that United will have to agree a term to sell either Maguire or Lindelof. Look, Maguire is said to be earning 200k a week, around that sum, 150 200k a week, while a player like Willy Kambwala was earning just 5,000k a week. See the difference? 5,000k a week. I mean, most politicians do earn it for the. I mean, football is a very short profession. For a young guy earning 5,000, Kobe Moinu is said to be earning, I think now 20 or 10,000 more a week. I think 20 years. They want to be giving him between 80 and 100 now after the Euros. So a week. So just calculate that. So I think with someone like Johnny Evans will not be earning. He's not earning more than 50k a week. Not earning. Evans is at the end of his career. He can do a job. So for United to cut the wage bill, we have to be selling people like Lindelof, who earns I think 100 and 150 a week. We have to cut them out, or we have people like also who are like Maguire. I think Harry Maguire will leave Manchester United. I think they are on the stage now. United are doing everything back on the backside. I mean, United are doing everything behind the scene, because if you see, I am very confident that I think Harry Maguire will leave Manchester United. There is something going on with Harry Maguire. I think at the last minute he might go to Everton or Fulham or whatever. I'm really sure. I just because I understand the way the whole system works. Is there are also possibilities. Fahim says that with Ahmed Diallo. So you're asking so Ahmed Diallo is a super sub. Then Femi comes in and says Garnacho, Diallo, Menu, and Hodgland. So well, that football manager Femi, now you're going away from from the plan. If football was that easy, the way you wrote Femi, I think United would have been winning the Premier League for the last 10 years every season. It is not that. You have to have a balance. I think Diallo is a player that needs to win that respect, that physicality. He can play. I really like him. The good news is that if we're selling Pelestri, Diallo will stay. We have to stay. Guys, please, we have 19 of you watching. Can we have please click the like on the video, subscribe to the channel, guys. We are closing the stream. We have done 15 minutes today. Normally we do 30 plus 5 or 10, but now we are breaking the record. We're now 50 minutes on our stream. And guys, if you want us to go on with the stream, drop your comments below. But I can tell you guys that we wanted 100 of you to vote here. But the question today was like, should Amrabat be given a permanent contract? And overwhelmingly, like 77% has said yes. And this just shows that I am correct. I think we have one of the most intelligent fan base in football. People who really, most of you really watch these games. I mean, you know, it could have been really frustrated that we got, let me say, some Arsenal fans or Newcastle fans saying no because they don't even watch Manchester. They don't understand in one context why we want Amrabat to stay. But as I say, Amrabat staying for Manchester United is £12 million. That is peanuts. Peanuts for United, £12 million. For 4 years, that's 3 plus 1. Amrabat, who is so important, and let me just see how the world isn't fair. Amrabat is so important for United. He played. He helped us to win the Premier League. To win the FA Cup. I wish he could help us win the Premier League. And he earns, I think, only £50,000 a week for Manchester United. I call it only because United, there are players in United, someone like Mason Mount who earns 200k minimum a week. And that Mason Mount, how many games did he play last season? Less than 15 or so. And he didn't create any impact in Manchester United. So I think that's wrong. So we have. It is very important our likes. Thanks for all of you who have liked the video. By the way, we had 14 likes while we are live, and I think those who will be watching on replay will also have. So I think we can hit 50 on this one likes. And yeah, so if you do have questions, drop them below. If you don't have a question, I think this was a lovely stream. I enjoyed doing it. Very little stress on the stream today. Guys, at the part of the world where I am today, I'm now presently doing this video is there's an issue with an internet, so I could not do it through the software where I can give you guys all those videos. But so what have we spoken today? We've spoken about Johnny Evans signed a 1-year extension contract till June 2025. I think Evans is moving slowly to be working for Manchester United when he resigns. Eric Ten Hag was there. We told you guys about Toby Collier, who has signed his professional contract also with Manchester United. That's a youth player, 20 years of age, and Manchester United. And you can see, it's 18 year. Eric Ten Hag also assisted in that. McNeil still summer move. So McNeil is leaving Manchester United. We know, if you're a viewer here, you know pretty much that Van de Beek has left Manchester United. Van de Beek has gone down to be one of the worst signings for Manchester United. Galatasaray is so interested in McTominay that they can't even meet up the sales price, and also they are interested. The thing is that Galatasaray wants to buy McTominay and Wan-Bissaka for £25 million. So for 25 million euros, that's £22 million. That is, I think I'm worth even more than that, and I don't even play football. So yeah, so guys, thanks for all of you coming into the stream. Smash a like on the video, guys. If you have a question, drop them below. Most important player, Femi, are you asking for the most important player of Manchester United last season? Or what is the question? You guys should have precise questions so I can really give you my honest opinion. So 31% of you have voted already. This is the results. Should Amrabat be given a permanent contract for Manchester United? 77% stand strong with Amrabat. That, I mean, you can add me there, maybe with 32, because I am with Amrabat as well. I think he deserves to be, he deserves that contract. He is an important player in the puzzle. He can actually do something positive. This is a player that I think he will be very important this season. Most of you, I don't know if you guys watch the Premier League religiously like the way I do. Yeah, so Eric Juma had just said, okay, he deleted it. I didn't get that. But anyway, guys, please make sure you click the like on the video. Share this video to all your social medias, guys. I was glad to read from you. We had a new people coming into the stream. I've never heard of this Eric Juma. And you had someone from Turkey. It should be a Galatasaray fan coming into the stream. Fantastic. And yeah, so there you go. Amrabat should be given a permanent contract, 77%. Of you guys who watched today said Amrabat should be given that contract, and guess what, I'm with you guys. So anyway, guys, great stream. Meet us tomorrow same time. We'll be doing it, guys. If you have subscribed, click the bell so whenever we're live, you guys can be live. Thanks, a big thanks to Femi Rahim, also to Tunde Joy, who is our moderator. Tunde, that's fantastic. Thank you for everything you're doing. As I said, in the coming months or so, we will have a chat. We'll need to know you guys personally. I have something which can be helpful for you guys as well. So stay tuned, and yeah, talk to you soon. Bye bye.